Welcome back. Conan O'Brien dropping a reality check on America's anti-Trump comics, saying all that foaming at the mouth over the president is wrecking the punchlines. Watch.
Now, a little bit, you're being co-opted because you're so angry. You've been lulled. It's like a siren leading you into the rocks. You've been lulled into just saying F Trump, F Trump, F Trump, screw this guy, and I think you've now put down your best weapon, which is being funny, and you've exchanged it for anger.
Hilden. Amen. He looks very good, but not like he's had work done. Will any of Conan's fellow late-night gas bags hear him out, or will they just go back to whacking the same orange piñata?
I know what they're doing. They're trying out a new slogan. Donald J. Trump is going to kill you. To ICE. Get the out of Minneapolis. Get the out of all of these cities.
The message from this administration is clear. Only they determine the truth. And when their forces come to your city, obey or die. And if you die, you clearly didn't obey. This should be an alarm bell for the entire country, whether you live in a red state or a blue state.
Stephen, stop talking. Shh. So, Greg, when I watched this interview with Conan, I thought this is a very clear message he's sending to one person, because Colbert is no longer relevant. He's sending this message to Jimmy Kimmel. What did you think?
Yeah, he's trying to give him the medicine that people have been trying to give him for 10 years. The problem with the people he's talking about is that they let their ego take priority over entertainment. They wanted accolades, not an audience, and so they started seeking approval. This is the weird thing. They started seeking approval from people who don't like comedy. It's like the people that are the activists on social media, they don't go to comedy clubs. It's like opening a steakhouse for vegans. What are you doing? The people who cheer Kimmel's pathetic rants, they're bed-sitting cat ladies. They're not people who go out and know what's going on in comedy clubs. And I think that Conan understands that like, who's your audience? I think it's hard to be a comedian these days because the feedback is constant and it's almost always groundless because the real fans aren't doing that. They're going to the shows, they go on YouTube, they watch your clips, but they don't hang out on Blue Sky, telling you how upset they are over your joke about Chinese food. 99% of the loudest voices are from 1% of the population because the barrier to entry is so low and they're lazy. Losers. And that right now is Kimmel's remaining audience.
But unfortunately, so Jimmy Kimmel used to be really funny when he had women jumping up and down on trampolines with large breasts. He and Adam Carolla had the Man Show, and it was great. But it's a very interesting tale because they're still great friends, and Adam defends him. But Adam became a little bit more pragmatic and naturally more conservative and skeptical, and he's still very funny. Like, he does comedy shows across the country, and he is great. Kimmel has become so unfunny. So does liberalism zap your joy?
I mean, I haven't felt that joyful for the last 35 minutes. So perhaps. I mean, there are different pressures depending also on the forum that you're entertaining. So Kimmel has a show on ABC. It's a very different thing than like what Conan's doing. And he has a hugely successful podcast, but he has no overlords and he has no audience that the executives can tell you these are the people who are going to be tuning in. And I'm sure that you think about that. And Adam Carolla going to do shows wherever he is doesn't have those same kind of pressures. I do think that it's a mistake. Sellout. No, he's a successful performer and business person. I mean, I assume he makes a lot of money and he has a job that a lot of people would like to have.
So did Ava Braun.
No one wanted that job.
You know who his audience is? The one that he cares about most? Yeah. His wife, who's the head writer and a hardcore feminist. That's what killed him.
Happy wife, happy life.
So, Jesse, I want you to say nice things about Greg, because Greg also has overlords, but he's got a successful show, and he's funny. He tends to say what he wants.
It's funny. And Greg's overlord, also his wife.
That's true.
I mean, Greg, I think, was funnier under Biden. He's kind of lost his fastball with Trump 2.0. I'm kidding. No, but there's so much material, and you make fun of Trump gently, but there's plenty of material there. Just like if you're a Democrat comedian, you look at there's a Muslim guy with a beard is the mayor of New York City. Now, I'm not smart enough to figure out the joke there, but I know there's a joke somewhere. Or like Gavin Newsom.
You're comparing his fuzz to like an Osama bin Laden beard?
You just made a great joke. I wasn't even going there.
Liberalism has not zapped my sense of humor.
Well, maybe
That's what
when he hits puberty, he'll have the full. Sandra, does this affect the bottom line?
So you know why that was funny? Because Jessica fell down the trap door. And Jimmy Fallon and I had a conversation about this earlier, the Conan O'Brien thing earlier. He said comedy's about trap doors. And if every night you're taking to the stage and you're saying F Trump, you're predictable and you're no longer funny. And he said that is happening. The other thing that's happening is the only people who appreciate the anti-Trump humor, it makes them think of Donald Trump, makes them angry right before they go to bed at night.
That's true.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, and then they have to wake up in George Stephanopoulos' loving arms.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.